Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including Miraculous Ladybug, which we'll be getting into right now. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
And April Collins.
Hello.
We are back to talk more Miraculous Ladybug here at the Overly Animated Podcast. Today talking Zombizou, the 13th episode of Season 2 of Ladybug, which aired this recently, in Canada, another Canadian premiere. And we are talking the English dub of Zombizou. If you're looking for links, I recommend either Miraculous Subs, Tumblr, or the Miraculous Ladybug Reddit, but no specific links here. And we are getting into spoilers for this and all of Season 2 of Miraculous Ladybug. If you haven't seen, make sure you check out all these previous episodes, and you can find our previous podcasts on them at overlyanimated.com. Search for Overly Animated Ladybug, subscribe there on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, or especially on YouTube to not miss any of our future discussions. We got a very fun episode, a lot to get into. I'm expecting some specific discussions that we're going to get into here, but let's start with some initial thoughts. Delaney, what did you think of Zombizou?
It was gay. It was great. Oh my god, gay, so gay. I had to rewind it.
Rose and Julica, yeah.
Oh my god, I had to rewind it, and I was like, I had to tell my girlfriend. I was like, look. Which we already knew they were gay, but OMG. Also, Chloe is kind of a person, and we're clearly setting her up to become a hero, so I'm expecting that episode very soon.
Mm.
But I really liked the episode. At first, I was like, this is going to be dumb. And then I think kissing zombies is, like, the dumbest, like, most hilarious concept. Like, it was so stupid. But, like, everyone took it very seriously, which is why I think it was really funny. And then, well, the fake out was kind of rough, okay? I was like, oh my god, Marinette's going to get akumatized, but then like total fake out. Also, this episode was like kind of meta. Like, this is the first time, like, how many times can you say akuma or akumatized in an episode? Like, if you took like shots every time you did that, you die in this episode. So that was interesting. Like, we've not really done that. Like, there's a lot of self-awareness about akumas. Also, I have never seen this teacher before in my life, so that was weird. But other than that, it was really good. I really liked it. It was gay.
You never seen what before?
This teacher. Who is she?
Oh, this teacher. Yeah, she's been here. She's been around. Yeah. I believe she's we've expected an akumatization with her because she's an original class member, but has not gotten it yet. Okay, Delaney hit on all the points basically. We're gonna get into all of that. April, what did you think?
So I loved this episode. It was like terrible, but beautifully terrible. And I love that the show is just so self-aware of it.
It was just Miraculous Ladybug terrible. Like, that's what was great.
Like, it was just so self-aware. Like, I like that they're like she's worse than Hawkmoth. And then,
that was so good.
And like, what is it? They said something about how Chloe's always responsible for people being akumatized. Yes. I just died. Like, I was like,
Alex was like not taking anything today.
No.
Alex was like, listen.
Like, done with this. It was just great, and I laughed every time that they were like kissy kissy smoochy poochie and all of the like lovey-dovey stuff. Like, it was just over the top and amazing. And also, this episode just looked super clean, and I was like mesmerized by like
shocking. Yeah,
like, and it was like super clean like the entire time almost. So it was just very like mesmerizing. And Chloe is awful always, but I like that she kind of has like a moment at the end, and it was really like I took it all in and cherished it because I feel like we may never get another moment from Chloe like this again. So I just had to like just soak in it for like a moment, and then I was like, okay, like, bye Chloe. But it was great. I really enjoyed this episode a lot. So
yeah, this is I love Zombizou. This is April brings up a good point. Compare this to last episode. Captain Hardrock looks so much better animation wise. But just fantastic, very funny. Very like meta. A lot of this is like the type of Ladybug we've been waiting for, I think, where everyone in the world is aware of what's going on with the Akumas and stuff. We had like the Akuma alert. I feel like earlier in the season, this is right on this.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, so
The Akuma
this is
alert.
like the best version of this show in terms of taking their own mythology not too seriously. The kissing zombie stuff I thought was all great. There's I almost think the episode isn't as good once we start getting into the main plot with the kissing zombies. It's like better when it's just like nonstop jokes about the show's mythology and the akumatization scene. Oh my goodness! So we're gonna get to all this, but let's. I was thinking about where to start the discussion, and I feel like maybe the number one highlight of the episode is hashtag Chloe Demption, which is the start of the Chloe redemption arc. But we don't need to talk about that yet. Or we could talk about the kissing zombies. And maybe the meta humor. But I think in terms of us and what we're most focused on here, we need to talk about the akumatization, because this is like everything we've been talking about recently on this podcast, and it starts with Hawkmoth trying to akumatize Marinette. First time. Good or bad call for Hawkmoth to try to akumatize Marinette.
Terrible call. Also,
Terrible,
like, you suck,
worst.
Hawkmoth. Like, you were just the worst.
But you gotta give it up for his persistence, because
No,
he's
he's just
like,
like, go, Akuma, go.
and then he's like, stay close. Like,
Very
obviously something will happen. Like,
He's so annoying.
So yeah, I think once again, Hawkmoth is Gabriel's causing his own akumatization here, because he has a legitimate thing with Marinette's being pissed at Chloe, but then that doesn't work. We'll
Someone
talk.
got akumatized because they saw an Akuma. Like, are you serious? So irritated.
That's exactly what happens.
This is just under him actually calling someone so he can akumatize them.
Earlier this season, we had Gabriel calling someone as himself, and then pissing them off, and then sending an Akuma after him. This time he sends an Akuma, and then akumatizes the teacher based off of her fear of the Akuma. That's not legitimate. How can he do that?
It's so terrible. Granted, I'm like, how is it this far into season 2 and we just now saw someone go, oh my god, an Akuma. Like, I hate you.
Usually they don't. Yeah, usually they don't see them. We saw it once or twice before the season with Marinette and Kat seeing the Akuma ahead of time.
Because they'll be like, oh crap.
Yeah, but she is akumatized based off of her emotions of seeing the Akuma. And that's not even the only. First of all, there's that, which I feel like is the number one. As we've just seen Hawkmoth go further and further, spiraling downward with these akumatizations. He really he used to be that he had Chloe, and Chloe would piss off everyone. He'd akumatize them. Great, that's fine. But now he's resorted to having to cause his own akumatizations, and if my question is, why can't he just always do this? Just send
Just
send
call
an Akuma.
people
like every day.
He could call them, or he can just send the Akuma out, fly my Akuma, just go pester, be a gnat and pester someone random who's perfectly happy, and then they'll be like, oh my god, it's Akuma, and then you can akumatize them.
Exactly. I hate him.
Haven't we broken the rules of the show with this? I
just don't. I'm still not over him calling people, so I've accepted whatever.
Yeah. Delaney, which is worse? Calling someone
think him actually calling people so he can akumatize them is the worst.
Yeah, I agree. That is the worst. But this comes really, really close to him, just getting on the phone and, pranking people with, pizzas or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think this is worse, because at least with the calling someone, he pretended to be Gabriel. He made use of his alternate identity. This, he's just Hawkmoth. He's just Hawkmoth and make someone fear an Akuma and then akumatize them based on that. It's not even, there's no level of intelligence to it. He just sent the Akuma out. You just get closer.
It just
Akuma.
happened on accident.
Yeah.
I hate him.
So that was, yeah.
And even then, it still wasn't super intentional. Because it what was it? It akumatized the lip balm or whatever, and then she was just no, and fighting it off. How come no one has ever tried that before? What is wrong with these people?
I thought it was gonna happen. I thought she was gonna fight it off. I thought she was gonna go all Yamaste yoga it out, but it didn't happen.
But But then my favorite part is he's like, "Oh no, I don't want to spread a negative thing. I want to spread love in the world."
He's
and I was
so
like,
annoying.
"You're the worst."
Okay, yeah.
I hate Hawkmoth. He's such a punk.
There's like 5 different things here. Okay, so number 1, she throws the Marinette's makeup bag at the Akuma to try to get it to go away, and like the lip balm lands on the Akuma, and that's what gets akumatized. So she's not even holding, it's not even something on her. She throws it at it, and then she got akumatized because of that. Which is weird. We did not know that's how that worked, but apparently that can happen.
It is a thing now.
I guess it's because it's hers.
Yeah, I guess it's, I don't know.
But didn't, what is it? Because who was the gorilla guy? Wasn't he just holding the Lucky Charm from Marinette, and he got akumatized from that?
Yeah.
So that wasn't even his item. Like
he was in possession of it, but it was not for him. Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't think the rules make sense with that. Yeah.
I don't think there are rules.
I think we've gotten rid of them. Yeah, we'll come back to the Marinette part of this, but yeah, then she's like getting it to go away. So then she's like fighting it off after she gets akumatized, and she's trying to she's like, yeah, trying to zen it out. Marinette's like, breathe, just breathe, and you can resist the Akuma.
Think positive thoughts. Like, what?
Like, is this how mind control works? You magic mind control? You can just, I mean, I guess kind of. It's like when someone's possessed or something, it's like, to remember me, like we're in love, like you can fight through this. Like that's kind of.
That's never worked.
Yeah, that never works. So she doesn't get it there, but she tries. And then, yeah, Hawkmoth is only able to convince her to become akumatized by saying that he's gonna spread love, which I guess is like technically true. I guess this is like an asterisk, like she's spreading kisses. Yeah, but
see the footnote below.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what this was.
They will also be zombies.
Yeah, you don't need to tell her that part, that they'll just lose their minds. Like you just conveniently leave that out.
Yeah, that's part of the asterisk, those tiny footnote in like size 2 font that no one can read without a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I think it's the Apple terms and conditions. Yeah, that's what that was. So it was just completely ridiculous with and he convinces her to spread the love, and that's I don't even know how that works. How she's like fending it off. She has to be convinced. Like, does this mean all the other people didn't need to be convinced, and she's just that much of a better person?
Maybe. I mean, let's think about all the other people who've been akumatized up until this point.
The thing is, she also knew she was being akumatized.
Right. I guess that probably affects it. Also, she remembers at the end, like, that she was akumatized, and she's like, I heard all these people, and that never happens either.
No.
Right.
So maybe that's the result of seeing the Akuma first, because that was a pre-akumatization memory.
Usually these people are like, I'm having a bad day, and then suddenly they wake up on the Eiffel Tower, and they're like, what happened?
How did I get here?
Yeah, by the way, a side note, because I don't think I'm going to remember this later, Marinette's like, the only place we can go is the top of the Eiffel Tower. That's where we can lure her. I'm like, oh, every other episode of the show too? That's the only other place you could go is the Eiffel Tower?
Well, obviously every episode you have to either destroy the Eiffel Tower or you're on the Eiffel Tower. That's
we have to re-emphasize
in case
that
we forget, we're in Paris. Exactly.
Thank you. She's
April
like, it's the only place we can go is the top of the Eiffel Tower.
We have to remind everybody that we're in Paris. And
there's nothing else in Paris, so we can't go to the Louvre every time.
We haven't done the Louvre in a while, but okay. We didn't even get into the Marinette part of this. So Gabriel attempts to akumatize Marinette. Now
I was freaking out, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh, I already saw that like on the internet." And I'm like, "I hate you."
Also, I loved Marinette before that because she was laying into Chloe, and it was great.
It was so good.
Yeah, she was pissed at Chloe. I was
like, fight her.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, because Marinette also has a potential redemption arc in this episode. But she's about to be another victim of Chloe akumatizations.
Which we just talked about.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Would Marinette have been able to have been akumatized?
See, that's what I'm thinking. Because, like, I feel like Marinette, like, she was, like, coaching her not to. And I feel like Marinette would have been like, no, Hawkmoth, get out of my head.
Right, so she also saw it, so she could have done the same thing as Miss Bustier and fended off like that. But does Marinette being a miraculous holder make her not able to be akumatized?
I don't think so. because remember whenever Hawkmoth akumatized himself, aka Gabriel, and he had to renounce his whatchamacallit in order to be akumatized. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
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 Wouldn't that indicate that Miraculous Soldiers can't be akumatized, though, because he had to renounce it? He had to say, I don't own this Miraculous or this Kwame anymore. Like,
Yeah. That would be my interpretation. So it would have been even more interesting if, like, she had sort of settled in those, like, negative feelings and then tried to become akumatized and then didn't happen.
And Hawkmoth would have been like, yes!
Yeah,
out.
that is possibly what the Collector implies. I don't think this. I've seen a lot of people saying this episode proves that Marinette can't be akumatized. I don't think that's what the scene is showing. I think Marinette was about to be akumatized.
No, they just faked us out.
Right. I think
it was a fake out.
Miss Bustier is so wonderful and so calming that Marinette's negative emotions dissipated, and that's why she wasn't akumatized, not because the Akuma was unable to, because her negative emotions were gone.
Well, I think that was like I don't know.
I'm just imagining Tiki in her bag, like, fighting this Akuma, like...
Actual evil Tiki, yeah, that's what we need.
Actual evil.
Oh my god, that'd be terrifying.
Also, props, no Tiki, like, moments, which is good.
This is one of the few episodes with 0 Tiki lines.
Okay, sometimes, Tiki is, as terrifying as she is, it's hilarious, so...
Yeah, we're missing Tiki, JK. But, so, as we say on this episode and a million other episodes, Cat is capable of becoming influenced by the Akuma holder. But we haven't seen him or Ladybug actually get akumatized themselves.
Right.
I don't think, personally, I would say Ladybug, Wikia, and everyone else, I don't think this is proof of anything, whether they can be akumatized or not. I think the Collector is a better
Yeah, the jury's still out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marinette being akumatized is game over because she's the only one that does anything, right? So
yeah, no, that's why I'm like, what do we do if this happens?
This sounds like a great episode. Chat on his own, yes.
And he's like, oh god.
He literally cannot stop it. He can't de-evilize. That's only a Marinette thing, yeah. So,
yeah.
I guess Master Fu's got to get on the case. Maybe he can find some other de-evilizer.
Which, that would make sense too. That's why he never tries to akumatize them.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, if he knew who Ladybug was, would one of his solutions be to try to akumatize her, or is he just unable to? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he never attempts. So if you look at it now, the original class like photo now after Miss Bustier and Marinette in this episode, everyone has been attempted to be akumatized except for Adrian, and that's because Gabriel doesn't want to akumatize the son. So yeah,
but his son would be an easy target. Let's just say that too. Maybe that's why he doesn't.
You're grounded.
Yeah.
Fly, my Akuma.
Yeah, is that the ultimate bottom barrel for Gabriel? Him grounding Adrian, and
he's
then
like, I'm out of
him?
people. I have to akumatize my own son.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see in future episodes if Gabriel continues to just send random Akumas out, have them fly by people's heads, and then akumatize them because of that. Oh my god, I love this. This is my favorite thing in season 2, is just making these akumatizations more and more absurd. I didn't expect them to just so heavily like make fun of their own mythology like this. It's great.
I love it. It makes this season that much better.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Okay. That's the number one result of this episode. Let's talk about Chloe Redemption, because we've been waiting for it, and I think this is the start of our Chloe redemption arc finally. Now, given that this season is not really serialized, we will probably not see the result of this episode for a long time. But that being said, Chloe at the end, she's like, "You weren't that problem. I was the problem." And she apologizes. Yes. She hugs.
And she gave her a present.
Yeah, she gives her a present. She hugs Miss Bustier. Wow. Were you impressed by Chloe, Delaney?
Yes, I was impressed. She, like, at first I was like, this is so annoying. I was so mad because, like, Chloe, like, gets in her locker and all this crap, and I'm like, I hate you so much, Chloe. But no, I was really impressed with her. Like, I think especially when she sacrificed herself, and then actually, like, when she actually apologized, I really liked that. Granted, it was funny when she's like, I'm not apologizing to the whole class. So I really liked that. And I do like Chloe. Like, she's absurd. And I'm excited because I'm glad we did this, because now I'm more comfortable moving forward and, like, having a few more moments here and there. And then finally I'll be like, okay, you can be a hero even though I hate you. But I mean, I do like Chloe's fun. She's crazy. So She's just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, this is maybe the most ridiculous Chloe episode, but probably this is the start of our Chloe redemption in order to become the B Miraculous Older arc. But we'll see. It's possible that there's other episodes leading up to that trilogy that we know is coming. Maybe it's just this one. April, what did you think of Chloe in this episode?
I thought she was very extra. And the most extra. And maybe it's just because we haven't had Chloe in a while that I was just like utterly like because Chloe sucks, but I love her. And so I was just like, oh, Chloe, you're like borderline annoying this episode. Like, why can you just please stop? Like, but I really appreciated at the end that, like she apologized, she sacrificed herself and everything like that. And I think it's a very good start. And just like Delaney said, I think it makes me feel better about her becoming like a hero and everything like that. Versus like, I think it's more, I guess, justified, or it makes a little bit more sense because she can show that she's like, I guess, compassionate, or like,
well, it's like we've had all these episodes of how much like she's terrible and she sucks.
Yeah.
And then we have this meta episode and we actually talk about it, and then she actually like learns kind of. So I think that's why I'm excited, because I'm like, if we're actually going to do some Chloe development, it's kind of like, because I mean we've had moments with Chloe, but like at the end of the day she sucks every day. Like
every
this
day
episode, like we're like, okay, there's some stuff here.
Yeah, we make actual progress on the Chloe redemption. But before we got that, we got some truly terrible Chloe moments, and I'd been having Chloe withdrawal. I mentioned this last podcast. We'd only had Chloe on one episode this season so far, and she was great in Despair Bear. And now we have her, and maybe she was in another one for a second, I don't remember. But she's here, and she's full Chloe force. Let me give you the best of Chloe moments from this episode.
Chloe force.
First of all, we have this line from Chloe when Marinette says she has no heart. She says, "Of course I have a heart. Daddy will even buy me a second one if I want." Like, that's not something Chloe would actually say. That's why, this episode's going full meta. Like, this is just so ridiculous.
Right? Like, this is so stupid.
Daddy will buy me a second heart. Like, are you joking, Chloe? Like, do you think you're
like, do you know?
Yeah. Also, has she ever been like portrayed as like that? I mean, she's always been, I guess, kind of like snobby, but not like super like snobby rich girl. Like I don't think I've ever like seen her kind of throw it in other people's face that like my daddy will buy me what we want. Like
she just sucks. Like that's also what I appreciate about Chloe. She's not like, obviously her dad's the mayor and stuff, but like usually it's just because she's a brat. Like
but it's never like she's never said things like like my dad can just buy me whatever I want. And I think that's something that I've also enjoyed about Chloe, is that even though like obviously like she has more money than her classmates and this and that, she's just like a brat. She's not like a snobby rich brat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they went full extreme in order to do the redemption here. Like, this is the worst. This is the worst she's ever been. Okay, there's some more moments. She uses I'm always forgetting her name because she hasn't been relevant now.
Her friend, I forgot her name too.
Sabrina as a human shield versus the zombie kiss. Human shield.
Wait, the best
Sabrina.
line of the whole episode.
No, we'll get there. We'll get there. But
okay.
What do we think of human shielding with Sabrina? That's some
rude. That was really funny though.
Rude. Also, Sabrina did not fight to try and get away, so I don't know what that is.
Bodily picks her up. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's some more. We have Chloe says, "Is it my fault if I'm better than all of you?" Classic. Classic. This is when we're like everyone's trying to save Chloe. Like we have a succession of people sacrificing themselves. Then Rose comes and saves Chloe, and she says, "I twisted my ankle because you weren't fast enough."
I would have just dropped her. Like, bye.
Yep, I would have been like, nice. Bye.
Yeah, and then the queen of these lines. The best line, I agree, is the best line in the whole episode. In the elevator, she says, "Only the best remain." What about that? Was that your best line, Delaney?
No, my favorite line of the episode is when they're all in the locker room and Chloe's like, "You don't have to tell my whole life story."
Oh, okay, well that's actually relevant Chloe backstory, but I wish these.
That was just so funny.
Yeah, only the best remain. I love that.
I hate her.
That also doesn't make any sense. Like, no, she's never going to say that. Okay, yeah, this is a good point though, because we actually have some Chloe backstory here when Sabrina says that she never remembers birthdays because her mom never remembered either. Right? So,
yeah.
So,
and she's like, you don't have to tell them my whole life story. And I was like, I'm dead.
Yeah, what do we think about that? That Chloe's mom wasn't maybe great.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Also, I feel a little bad for her, maybe 2%. I mean, her dad kind of sucks too, so.
Yeah, I feel like she just doesn't get enough attention from her parents.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously she doesn't get enough attention from her mom because her mom's never there, so.
I mean, she has the whole butler, as we explored, to herself in Despair Bear. But yeah, this is we don't know anything about Chloe's mom. We'd speculated that she was the producer in the recent movie last episode or 2 episodes ago. But this is interesting because we kind of assumed that Chloe's mom was good but died or something, and now it's like maybe she wasn't great.
Right.
Or she ran away with Adrian's mom.
Yeah, that's still got to be prevailing. Yeah, but then, so a bunch of absurd Chloe stuff, and then at the end, she's apologizing, and she has that hug with Miss Bustier. Were you touched by that?
It was sweet until Chloe tried to.
No, I loved that at the end. We're good. And the pat on the back, I loved it. Good. Best part.
Yeah.
That's me.
I also don't like being touched, and I was like, this is relatable.
Yeah.
Okay, I love hugs.
Yeah.
Who's the Marinette and who's the Chloe? Yeah, there you go. That's the this podcast. I don't know if Marinette loves hugs, but yeah, who's who? I don't know who on the show is the comparable, but maybe it's Rose and Julica because in
so
the
sweet.
Yeah, they were. This isn't where I was planning on going next, but they were on the bus. They're like holding hands, like both hands at like different points, and then also like Julica had her arm around her.
Yeah, it was so gay.
Snuggled up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Delaney, is it confirmed?
Obviously, it's confirmed. Oh my god, I was like screaming my head off. I was like, this is so gay. So good. And then like later when everybody was okay, they were like being all cutesy, and I was like, yes.
They were still being cutesy. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, they're like hugging even while zombies, and then deakumatize, and they're hugging again, and then Alex jumps in there. But
it's so good.
That's fine.
Alex is great.
Yeah, I like Alex.
Alex continues to be a part of the main cast this season, despite not existing in the second half of season 1. So I don't really understand that. But April, thoughts on Julica Rose confirmed?
Confirmed for sure, and it's adorable, and I want more of it. So give me all of the Julica and Rose.
And it was juxtaposed with Mylene and oh god, what's his name?
Ivan. Yeah,
Ivan.
Yes.
yeah. We had a bunch. Yeah, we had. That was the first of our couples. We had 3 big couples this episode. The first was Julica Rose, which I think the show is genuinely trying to portray as canon, which is like not expected for.
I'm shook.
But yeah, I mean, there's pretty blatant this episode, so that's pretty great. Second couple, Ivan and Mylene. Ivan sacrificed himself to prevent Mylene from zombifying more people, and then at the end, they like kiss as zombies, and then pre-akumatization undoing, and then post-akumatization undoing, they kiss again. So it's the same thing. That was great.
It was adorable.
Yeah, and then
not as adorable as Julica and Rose, but
okay. So that's the ranking: Julica and Rose, Ivan and Mylene. How about everyone's favorite couple, Alia and Nino? This episode,
his wasn't even like a sacrifice. Like he just decided to stay back. Like he's like, I'm just gonna stay here for no reason.
So yeah, they're like hugging on the bus.
Also, Nino should like not talk.
I think the problem is Nino doesn't talk. I feel like if he did talk, maybe
I can't handle his voice
French
actor.
Nino.
Yeah, French Nino's much better. English Nino's full surfer bro. I think French is a little.
Also, he just sounds like a grown man.
Yeah, Korean cat, like you mean?
Yeah.
Not
that bad, but
not that bad. Yeah,
Jeez.
But So what do we? Delaney, were you touched at all by? We're not the biggest fans of the Alia Nino romance, but were you touched at all this episode?
No, there was no point in it. I was really touched when Alia was like, "Go save us," and I was like, but then after that, I was like, "No."
Yeah, April. Any percent?
No, like. Maybe if they had done something like with them at the end whenever they were being decumatized, but they didn't. And so it just seemed like super pointless. Like there was no point in him like staying behind. And that really frustrated me. I was like, you could go upstairs and be helpful. Like, like he could have been the person to like hold off all of the kissing zombies instead of like Cat. So, but whatever. I mean, whatever makes y'all happy.
Whatever makes y'all happy. I don't know who's made happy by this. Some people. It was kind of cute in this episode. Like, yeah, he doesn't like protect anyone. He just stays with her, and then that was a sweet scene, I think. And then they're also like hugging earlier. If the show did more episodes like this, then I think we could have built to a point where this was a thing that we
enjoyable.
Liked. Yeah, right. The problem is we hadn't done basically anything. There's the one zoo episode in season 1 with them, and that's kind of it. But now they're dating, and I wish we built it up more. I don't know. It's Nino really. If Alia is going to be with Nino needs to be more of a character, because Nino is really absent this season, and if he's going to turn into a hero, which I doubt is going to be season 2 at this point, then it's It
would just be more like fulfilling if there was like more to him. I guess I don't know. Like Alia, like we're connected with. We love her. But like Nino, we're just like we hate his voice actor, and that's all there is to it.
Alia deserves the best.
That is the best Marinette.
Yes.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Duh.
Dylan, why do you ask such silly questions?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk the meta jokes in this episode. Other than all the akumatization stuff, we had this exchange. April referenced it earlier. With Chloe was it's revealed that Chloe sabotaged Marinette's gift. First of all, we have this line from Max. It's a 99.56% certainty, which I was like, oh my god, that's okay, Max. And then Alia says that girl is worse than Hawkmoth.
So good.
And Alex says at least half the city has gotten akumatized because of her.
Which is true.
Just what everyone in the fandom's been saying forever. And Alex speaks for us, yeah.
Thank you for being the voice of the fandom, Alex. Yeah. We appreciate you.
So, as reference, we say akumatize a bunch in this episode. Characters that are not Hawkmoth saying akumatize, and that's very rare. Also in the beginning, we had Mylene saying, Miss Boustier's stress lessons, they help me be less afraid of akumas. Like, I love that Mylene is just constantly terrified by the presence of akumas. Like, isn't everyone in Paris?
Right, yeah.
This is the first time that they've, like, talked about it, though. Which is, like, really, like, it's, like, almost out of nowhere. Because it seems like every time, like, something happens, everyone kind of forgets about it. And, like, they're like, oh, we know that Ladybug and Cat saved us. We don't know why or what for. They never, like, talk about, like, how, look out, there could be Akumas at every corner. Like,
that's going to be the next, like, Akuma alarm. There's going to be, like, a PSA, and it's going to be, like, how to avoid
That's
Akumas.
What I want. I want Hawkmoth to just send out, like, 100 Akumas, and...
What if Gabriel has a side business of like giving tips on how to not be akumatized, and that's how he gets extra money? That'd be smart. It's since the Akuma alarm, but before that we had no mentions that people even were aware this is happening, and now this episode's very meta with that. I love that people are just petrified of being akumatized. There's probably Akuma specialized therapists now in Paris.
Exactly.
I think people.
You never know when Gabriel might give you a call, and then 10 minutes later you're gonna be a Kuma.
Yeah,
block that number. Block the number.
Block it.
No one wants to do business with him anymore.
Well, yeah, if only they knew. Yeah, I love the beginning of this episode so much. Like, I think the zombie stuff's also great, but there's so many funny things. There's also this like screenshot. Snapshot montage. One of the snapshots is of science, like a science class, and Marinette's distracted, staring at Adrian, and like their beaker's boiling over, and Alia is looking terrified. It's really funny.
Yes.
That's really good. There's also this one moment where they're like flashing back to something, and Rose is like, I remember when this happened with Miss Boustia, and and all the characters like look up, and then it like pans up to go to the flashback.
Yes.
I really like that. Yeah, I think I just noticed the storyboarding a lot in this episode, which was by Wilfred Payne, Winnie, fandom's favorite Winnie. I think he did so good on this episode. This is just a really well put together episode overall. But let's talk the zombie stuff. We haven't even gotten into that. So do we like Zombizou as first of all, watching the English version of this episode is very confusing. why like she's called Zombizou, why they're saying kissu the whole time. And I think if we remember that, kiss in French is bisou, then I think everything makes more sense here because, Zombizou is, zombie plus bisou. So kiss zombie. And then I also think they're in French. We don't have the episode in French yet. I think they're probably saying bisou, not kisu the whole time. Kisu's like kiss in Japanese. It's like, why are they saying that? Or like kissy, like all the background characters saying that. I think they're probably all just saying bisou.
But it's really weird that they like switch between kisu and kissy. Like,
it's very weird.
It's
a weird. We'll see what the French is. It's a weird experience watching it in English.
Yes.
But yeah, Delaney, do you like Kiss Zombie mom zombies? Do you think she was a good zombie mom?
I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. I liked her outfit. Like, I thought she was a well-designed villain, and like, I thought the makeup thing was pretty cool. Like, I liked it.
Yeah, April, what do you think of her?
I liked it too. I liked
also
like,
she
sort
didn't
of
sing, so that was
yes,
good.
she did not sing, and I liked I guess like her color scheme kind of thing, and I liked that she was just like super bold. She's just like barging into classrooms, like okay, well I didn't find who I was looking for, so everyone can now be a kissing zombie. Like
she's pretty efficient too. She can like
she was super efficient.
See,
like,
at first I was like, this is gonna be kind of sketch, and then when she just started being like flashing it like giant numbers of it, I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty almost succeeds.
I also really enjoyed the moment where she kissed like the camera when she went on TV. I don't know why, but I was like, yeah. This
and then
moment.
she kissed the principal.
Yes.
Oh well, yeah, no. So
she
that was the
tender touches.
she kisses the principal. Also, the other big kissing moment we've talked about is when the mayor is giving a speech, and then Roger comes up, and
so good.
Are we shipping the mayor and Roger?
He just tackles him.
Yeah. He doesn't even try to be like gentle about it.
So funny.
I think that was the second best mayor moment this season after Mayor Lamp from
Mayor Lamp.
The special message.
I forgot about Mayor Lamp.
That's still my favorite moment. Okay, but we have she's akumatizing everyone. We have a sequence with like the bus, and they're like getting everyone on the bus. A lot of like classic zombie movie references and stuff like that. We've helping everyone on there, and then we're like going to the Eiffel Tower. And she does get everyone except for Marinette in the city. But my thing is like, oh, it was so close. Marinette didn't Lucky Charm yet though. So I don't know. Like, why didn't she Lucky Charm earlier? I'm like, okay, Marinette's like, oh, we're almost defeated. Lucky Charm. Yeah, but then Chloe sacrifices herself. Kat gets akumatized. What did we think earlier of Adrian faking being a zombie in order to transform?
I was really clever. Like, my girlfriend was like, that was really smart. And I was like, you're right.
And they just log him back in the... But also, shame on all of those were all of the classmates in the room like zombies? Because he just busts out of the locker and is like, okay, bye. And I was like, no.
Yeah, when he busts out, there are only zombies in there.
Okay, I couldn't remember. And I was like horrified. And I was like, all of these people are so dumb. Like
everybody is so dumb.
Yeah. But yeah, he transforms in the locker, and they like play the song quickly, and they flash the light, but they don't show the transformation. I love that too. More of that. Less transformations on screen. That would be great. Marinette Lucky Charms for makeup removal. The other storyboarding sequence that really stood out for me from
I thought that was really clever.
Is the what?
The makeup remover.
Yeah, as the thing. By the way, another meta moment. Marinette's thinking sequence with the Lucky Charm is interrupted by Kat.
That was really good.
Cataclysming
down. She's her sequence. We've always been like, why don't they just attack her when she's standing there looking around? Oh, no,
I heard him though when he was at Cataclysm. I was like, oh no.
That's so good. Like that's like that moment where this is how much better this season is than last season. Just that moment where she's in her traditional thinking sequence, and then Cataclysm, we see like him affected and use his power as a villain, and then interrupt the sequence. That's like better than anything in season 1. Like that's like more meta, more clever, like more formula breaking. And there's a ton of that stuff in this episode. We've gone so far this season. I've loved it.
I agree. I love it too.
Yeah, but the sequence I thought was really great, really well storyboarded was when Marinette defeats Zombizou. Is she like yo-yos with the makeup? She combines the makeup remover and the yo-yo in like a towel or something. I don't know, and then throws it to take her lipstick off. Even though they call it lip balm, and then she to bait out her taking out the cartridge because Marinette already knew it was that because she was there at the akumatization. So like, she baits her to take it out, and then she gets it from her, and then she breaks it.
I really liked that. I thought that was smart. So
there's all these Lucky Charm enacting sequences which are like nonsensical. This to me was like so like well logicked, very like elegantly shown. This might have been my favorite one.
Yeah, I think so too. I just liked that. What is it like? Because it kind of showed like the reference between because like I like that Chloe was like makeup remover. Like how is that going to help you save me? But like Marinette already knew that it was the lipstick, and that it seemed almost like you could have not had like the scene where she's like thinking it through kind of thing, and it probably still would have made sense for me. But I mean, unless like you're Dylan and you don't understand how makeup remover works, then you might have needed to understand why she needed the scarf from the
she takes the scarf? Is that what she takes? Okay.
Yeah.
So. She needed something to put the makeup remover on.
Because you can't just put it on face. You have to
put it on. I mean, I said that's why she presumably put it on something. But was there a step 2? Or did she just interrupt it? It was just step 1 and then it was done. And she just had...
See, that's why I think like that works, because you kind of like... It's like self-explanatory, again, if you know how makeup remover works. But so that's why it almost is like, okay, well, she knows that she's going after the lipstick and she needs to get it out. And so you could have just skipped her, like, you know, running through the scenario in her head kind of thing, and it still would have worked for me. So I guess I liked that because it's like
it was a good sequence to interrupt because it made sense on its own. Yeah, I mean, I do think there's a logical leap to make to okay, I got makeup remover, I need to use it on her lips because Marinette hasn't necessarily been seeing her like kissing everyone, you know.
Yeah.
So like she probably needed a minute to get that, and she did despite her sequence being interrupted. Yeah, I thought that was great. Then we got the great deakumatizing with Julka Rose. And Alex was there. Ivan Mylene. And then also like random teacher and other teacher. Yeah, I can't. I agree with Delaney. I kind of can't keep track of all these teachers.
I know the science teacher, and that's about it.
Yeah. There's kind of there. I mentioned this earlier. I mean, I guess that's realistic. I mentioned this earlier. There's Marinette has her own kind of redemption thing with she apologizes to Chloe because I think Marinette was just being rude to Chloe earlier, and it's not like Chloe doesn't deserve that, but we've done this before where Marinette isn't really nice when Chloe's involved, and like we know that it's justified, but she still probably shouldn't be acting that way. So I kind of like the way she's like learning to be nicer to everyone from Miss Bustier.
I liked that too.
Well, it's more like being the bigger person.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
like, clearly Chloe has some stuff going on, you know. So
right.
But it's also like we've never really seen like because sometimes Marinette like even though she's like super nice and sweet, she will say mean things to Chloe, and then it just kind of goes like I guess almost unpunished or like you know what I mean.
Granted, Chloe never gets punished either.
True, but it's just kind of I guess like she never really got punished, but it was just kind of really like it shows I guess like development of who Marinette is by her going back and saying, "Hey, like." You know, I guess you do have a heart, like, sorry about that. And then even then, like, it's kind of funny because Alia's like, what are you doing? And then she sort of explains, like, you know, like, I bet she is really nice and, you know, and so on and so forth. And so that, I guess that kind of moment was really like a character development moment for Marinette. And especially when it comes to Chloe, because we all know Chloe isn't her favorite person in the world. So
Yeah, it's like the show is from the show's perspective, we're aware that Chloe is like being terrible, like, and that's not, but we're not always. It's not always clear if Marinette or anyone around her or the show's perspective knows that she's not being very nice. So I do like that that we're addressing that here. Yeah. I think we probably addressed it once or twice in the past. That it's like Marinette's just like mean to Chloe, and that's kind of a blind spot with her. She's just a very nice person in general, but yeah. So that was good. The last thing, we haven't gotten to this, the only plot really relevant thing in this episode, and was the last thing we're talking about, but Hawkmoth says, this is very season 1, where the only relevant line in the entire episode is from Hawkmoth's dialogue during the reused Hawkmoth animation. But he says, if Zombizou is right, if love does always conquer, then someday someday
he's
my most
ridiculous.
he's not allowed for, he says, my most cherished wish will come true for sure someday. So
his wife is dead. Got it. That's all I took away from that.
Why is he being ridiculous, Delaney?
He's always being ridiculous. That's who he is.
He's not allowed to want to bring his wife back to life? No?
It's just the way he said it's dumb. I just hate the way I just hate him in the English dub. That's really all.
It was kind of, it was annoying. But, so probably this is about Adrian's mom, yes?
Yeah,
yes. His wife is dead. She's in the it's no longer, what did I say, a hibernation chamber. She's in a coffin. Coffin capsule.
I mean, she could be in a coma still based on that line, but yeah.
I guess.
Although I will say I read a ridiculous but intriguing theory on the Miraculous subreddit that says that the Adrian that we know is a clone of original.
Oh my god!
What?
I'm done. Bye.
Is a clone of original Adrian. Original Adrian is in the sarcophagus.
Oh my
He's
God.
dead. Gabriel has been trying to bring original Adrian back to life, but he needs clone Adrian, and that's why he's so cold to clone Adrian, is because he's not his real son, but he's been warming up to him lately. And I was like, ooh, this is pretty interesting.
But that still doesn't explain where his mom is.
The mom died, and and the part of the theory, the mom died. And the mom's last wish was that he would bring Adrian back, and that's why
I'm done. Goodbye.
No.
And I think that's kind of intriguing. I think
I
there's
am
other
so tired.
possibilities.
Goodbye.
But there's so many ways to poke holes in it.
Yeah, but have you gotten to the parts where original Adrian comes back and it's like gender bent Adrian and like
No.
That was also there, but I do think there's, considering the show's ridiculous, I do think there's other options other than just Adrian's mom is dead and we need to bring her back to life. That's level A. I think there's some other possibilities here. Probably not clone Adrian, but maybe some other stuff.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, we'll let you guys think about this in the meantime. But Delaney, final thoughts on Zombizou.
I really enjoyed it, and it was very gay, and Chloe Demption is beginning, and I'm excited.
I like that the being gay is like a headline item from this episode.
Really of course it is.
Yeah, I will say I did make Julica and Rose the screenshot. So
good. That's all that matters.
Yay.
Yeah, April. Final thoughts on Zombizou.
So there was one thing that it stuck out to me, but I like that Kat was like, if we're gonna kiss, then I want it to be after you save us all, and I was like, oh, like, chat, why are you so silly? But then there's a line where Marinette says, don't worry, kitty, you'll get your kisses. And I was like, wait, are we not going to explore this idea? Because I'm upset now.
I'm upset now.
Yeah, I wasn't clear if Marinette was just like, oh, you've been lost to the zombie plague, I'll indulge you for a second, or whether she was being serious. Yeah.
No, she never indulges Kat, especially when he's being Kat.
She's been indulging him a little bit more this season. She was having none of him in season 1, but now I think, yeah.
But I was really disappointed in that, so that's my only problem with this episode.
I mean, I do think the thing that is not in this episode is a big Cat and Ladybug moment, like any sort of Marinette Adrian romance stuff. Now, there's not a lot there.
I mean, the only like moment that they have is whenever Adrian's like, oh, I'm sure you've come up with something awesome as usual, but that was it. And then that was at the very beginning of the episode. So
I mean, they're like, as Cat and Ladybug, there's like the line you mentioned is the biggest thing. So
Yeah.
I think this episode shows that the show doesn't need the big romance moments to have successful episodes in season 2, which I wasn't necessarily convinced of before this. So yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, but we actually have we actually know when the next episode is going to be. It will be next week.
What?
And April, are you aware of the details of this?
No, but I'm super.
Okay. We're gonna play.
I've been off the grid for like.
Okay, you've been off the grid. So we're gonna play a game. The
God.
game is which country will be premiering the next episode of Miraculous Ladybug. It is called Siren. It will be airing on Saturday, according to current TV listings. So you guys are gonna get 3 guesses.
Okay.
Which country is premiering this episode? Delaney, let's start with you.
Brazil.
Okay, Brazil. No, it is not premiering in Brazil.
Okay.
April, what's the guess?
I'm gonna go for something super random. Germany.
Okay, Germany. No, not Germany.
Okay. Is it Spain?
No, we have had season 2 episodes.
Oh,
premiere
is
in
it a
Spain,
new
but
one?
it's not.
Is it a new country?
I don't want to say.
You can't tell us.
Yeah.
Dang
Okay, April.
Has China had a premiere yet?
No, they have not.
Oh, China.
No, not China. I don't know where China is in the airing of this show. Delaney, your last guess. Where are you going?
Mexico.
No, not Mexico. Okay, April. Last guess.
You took my guess.
What?
Yes, Canada. Though that's not fun.
No.
This episode aired in Canada.
I know.
Italy?
No, not Italy.
Dang it.
England.
What?
The United Kingdom's premiering their first. This is the first time England will have a premiere episode of Miraculous Ladybug. It joins Spain, Portugal, the U.S., Canada, Korea, and France to have first episode premieres of Miraculous Ladybug. So look out for Siren on Saturday. We believe that this is the first episode where we'll be getting the power-ups for their Miraculouses, as we talked about in the preseason. They're getting power-ups, so they're going to swim underwater, I think, with their power-ups. So
What?
Mermaid, Ladybug, Mermaid, Cat.
I'm excited.
Yeah. We'll see if anything goes.
It's going to
on.
be amazing.
Yeah, so we'll be back.
Will Ladybug have a spotted mermaid tail?
Oh my god, I don't want. Oh, there's gonna be so many like cat water jokes. I'm done.
Yeah, people are saying they're unsure if Cat liked the water or not.
Okay, I'm done.
I
Bye.
hope he doesn't go in the water at all, or just complains the entire time.
Yeah, that's basically next week. So we'll be doing.
Crying.
Okay, I'd already seen the cat water jokes. We had already covered that. Okay, there you go. Well, no, someone was genuine. Like, I wasn't sure if Cat went in the water or not. Like, they weren't even joking. So, so we'll see. We'll plan out next time on Siren. Let us know what you thought of Zombizou or our discussion. Any comments on YouTube on the video there, or go to overlyanimated.com. Click on the article. You can leave comments there as well. And we'd also appreciate ratings and reviews on iTunes. That would help a lot. You can join us on the discussion on our Discord, overlyanimated.com/Discord, or support us via Patreon, patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to all of our patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Lucas, aka Rocco, and thanks as always to our patron executive producers, John, Ryan, Steve, Alex, Andy, and Hugh. Check out other stuff at the Overly Animated Podcast. More Ladybug coming up. We had a bunch of Star vs. Force Evil Season 3 finale coverage. We have Final Space. Mrs. Cons is back next week. All of that at overlyanimated.com. So thanks for listening, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.